Hey guys, it's Jess, and today I'm bringing you another request. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Thank you for all the new subscribers. You guys are super awesome. That made me so happy. All the love, all the shares, like what? But yes, today I have another request video from one of my best friends. She's moving soon. So this is for her, but this is for all the people that are also dealing with this sort of thing. And I hope this can help, even though I'm not super, obviously not an expert in this area, but I hope it'll help. The question that she asked was, how do you love yourself when sometimes you just don't? And it's really hard to answer that question because people don't love a lot of things about themselves because of all kinds of reasons. It could be because of the media or how maybe they were treated growing up by anybody, friends, family, peers. Or it could just be, how they view themselves or their expectations that they set for themselves, maybe not achieving them. So it's really hard to say like exactly what makes you feel that way in order to kind of combat it. But regardless of why you feel a certain way about yourself, there's always things you can do or things that I like to do to try to help me get out of that funk and kind of just mindsets that I like to get myself into to help me get out of those funks. So the first one is going to be to either remove or just let toxic people leave. Let toxic people, tectonic plates. Let toxic people leave your life because they're just that, they're toxic. And if you ever get to a point where you start to believe or you feel in your heart that someone is toxic, it's because it's time. And even just recently, I just got out of a very long friendship with someone that I just, for a very long time, last few years, I've just been contemplating never speaking to them ever again. And I spent so much time trying to convince myself that our friendship was stronger than it was, or that I love this person, even though I didn't really, that I felt like it was almost desperate. Like I was constantly, desperately trying to show or to prove to myself that I really cared about this person still. So we had an incident, not gonna get into it, but I just used that opportunity to kind of just cut it off, let it go. Everyone wants to be people pleasers, and it's just not a realistic goal. It's not really something you should strive for, honestly, because you can't please everyone, no matter how hard you try. And if your goal is to be a people pleaser or to make everyone happy, you're never gonna feel fulfilled, So to combat that, I think you just really need to focus on making the important people in your life happy, but most importantly, yourself. I know it sounds super cliche, but you really can't give people what they want or love people the way that you want them to be loved if you don't love yourself. You need to be okay. And people tend to forget that. I know it's so hard. You get so caught up in overachieving and trying to be something you're not that you forget that you're a person too. You have feelings. Sometimes you gotta just slow down and just look at everything and reassess everything. If there's someone in your life that just shouldn't be there, let them go. And that's it. So another thing I want you to really focus on is just the idea that perfection is not only unrealistic, but it's also unattainable. We set these goals for ourselves, or we set these little milestones thinking that once we reach that point or that milestone that we're gonna feel fulfilled or something's gonna change, our lives are gonna be better. And it's not the case. It's really not the case. And you're never going to be satisfied with what you have, no matter, even if you reach that goal. Like, let's say I wanted to make better videos. Like for me, I want to be a better editor. And so right now, my idea of a better video is to edit my video in such a way that I'm happy with it and it goes viral or something. Even if that video were to go viral, I'm gonna look for the next best thing because I'm gonna say, oh, I did that. Now I know I can make it better, and I know I can do better, and that's good. That's a good mindset to have. Not necessarily to be unhappy or to never be pleased. It's okay to want to do better, to want to improve, but that shouldn't be, the only thing that you think of. There's so much that goes on during your journey, or no matter what you're doing, that you tend to forget all the amazing things that happen along the way because you're so focused on something happening that if that thing doesn't happen, then the whole thing is just shit. And that's not true. It's not true. So let go of that idea that like you need a better body or nicer teeth or a bigger butt or better boobs or whatever it is. Let go of the idea that those are the things that are going to make you a better person, or if you achieve those things, you will be a better person, because it's not gonna happen. It's not real. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't focus on the achievements of others. You don't know how photoshopped someone's photo is online in a magazine. You don't know how many hours someone spent editing their video to make it go viral. You don't know how much research went into it. You don't know anything. You don't know what goes on in people's lives for them to achieve those things that they do. So you have no idea how hard it was for them. You just see the end result and you just want that. Life is so beautiful. Life really is beautiful. And I tend to forget that, and I get so caught up in what I want that I forget about what I have. I'm really trying to focus on that more, what I already have. How can I improve on the things that I already have? Not the things that I want, not the things in the future that will make me happy, but what I have now. Great friends, great family, amazing family, a great job, and I'm happy. And yeah, I would love more money, or a bigger house, or whatever it may be. But if you look in the mirror and you genuinely don't like what you see, pick it apart. Why don't I like these things? And once you figure that out, kind of work on changing those ideas. Maybe you don't like your tummy because your siblings were skinny growing up and you always were, the black sheep in the family. Let that go. You're not part of that toxicness. Is that a word, toxicness? You're not in that toxic environment anymore. Let that go. Let those feelings go. Those people can't hurt you anymore. And especially when you're older and you're stronger and you're wiser, you know better. You know that these people and these feelings can't hurt you. They can't do anything for you. They don't pay your bills. They don't drop your kids off at school. They don't get you through college. They don't do any of that for you. And it's hard. It's so much easier said than done. I absolutely know that. Believe me. I used to be really self-conscious growing up because I developed early, and guys used to, all the time. I started developing in the 3rd grade. So from 3rd grade to now, because they're still here. That's all people would focus on. It was weird, and being in PE and having to run and exercise and do all this kind of stuff. But I always try to take those things that make me feel weird and joke about them. If I'm in the pool, obviously, unless I'm wearing a fucking, one of those diving suits. If anything ever happened, or if I got a cramp, I got some floaties up here. Or, I got a really bad haircut on accident. It wasn't me. I do not want to get into it. But, I went in for a simple haircut and basically got my head shaved. I cried. I cried for 3 hours straight. I'm not gonna lie, I was really upset. I was like, great, Florida's hot pretty much the entire year, I spend so much less time doing my hair. I don't have to worry about what style I'm gonna do because I can only do one hairstyle. So, yeah, I still hate the fact that my head got shaved. I will always be mad about that. I did not want my head to be shaved. There was no head shaving anywhere in the request. But it happened and my hair's gone now, and I have to be angry about it, but I'm going to make the best out of it. And I don't think anyone is ever, unless they're narcissistic, ever in a headspace where they love everything about themselves. But if you could find the good and the things that you don't necessarily care for, I think that'll put you in a whole nother mindset. And over time, you'll learn to make it a habit, and you'll stop picking on yourself so much, or you'll stop looking for bad things about yourself, or assuming that people see those things in you, because they really don't. I don't know if I answered your question necessarily, but I just want people to stop focusing on what they don't have or what they can improve on, and really start focusing on what they have and what's so great about those things. What is this, like therapy? Keep all those subscribers coming, share with your friends. I've got so many subscribers just of people going, hey, watch your video, Once I get my life together, I still got a lot of stuff going on. We just moved that not long ago. So, we got a lot of stuff going on still. But, once we get it together, I want to do a lot more on this channel. And I want to know that I'm reaching people and helping people. And I want to know that you guys love this content. So if you do, give that like button a tap on the tush. And I will see you guys somewhere out there in the world or in my next video.